all set, right, George? All right, thank you. Can I get a motion to open up the town board meeting of September 2nd, 2025?
I will make that motion.
Bingham will second.
Call the question.
Bingham, aye.
Scancarello, aye.
Cardone, aye.
Full aye.
So moved. Okay. Madam Clerk.
Good evening.
Good evening.
3.1 is the official launch of the Civic Plus Agenda Meeting and Management Program. So, you're up.
So we're pleased to announce our official launch of the Civic Plus Agenda Meeting and Management Program. Residents can access the site by visiting our website at townofmonroeny.gov and hovering over Resources in the top right-hand corner and clicking on Civic Plus. There's also the second blue circle on the middle of the screen that you can click on that as well. From there, you can click on the green sign-in button to create an account. Initially, you will click Sign Up and complete the requested information to create your account. You will then be able to subscribe to the particular boards you wish to be notified on once an agenda is created and released. Additionally, you may click on the highlighted section in yellow to view archived agendas and minutes from board docs until our historic import is complete. Your patience is greatly appreciated as we navigate the new system together. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Val.
Yes, Val, thank you for all your help.
Yeah, you did a lot of, you did a lot of research and saved us a few bucks there. Thank you.
And tutorials.
Yeah. Good.
Go slow.
Okay. Item 3.2, the wonderful Amanda Primiano from the Monroe Free Library. Come on down.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Thanks for having the library. We've got some exciting things going on this fall that we wanted to share with the council and the community, so thank you. First, September is National Library Card Sign-Up Month. So it's our opportunity to really get out into the community, encourage our community to get a library card. Anyone that gets a library card in the month of September will be automatically entered into a raffle to win 2 tickets to the November play at the Museum Village Playhouse. A Monroe Free Library card is one of the most valuable cards in your wallet. A public library card is estimated to save the average American family $1,000 over the course of a year. If you don't already have a library card, it's very simple to get one. You can stop by the library, show proof of residence, which is most of the time just your ID, and you can get a library card right on the spot. If you can't make it down to the library, you can go to our website, monroefreelibrary.org, and apply right online, and we'll mail you the card. So it's very simple to get a library card, and it really has a great value to an individual and a family. We're offering a host of new fall programs for all ages, including Introduction to Genealogy, Teen Distressor programs, Introduction to Mahjong, an origami club, art programs, book clubs, and so much more. You can find our calendar on the website, or you can stop in to grab a print one and put it on your fridge. We're pleased to announce that we have purchased 3 new museum passes. This includes the Westchester Children's Discovery Museum, the Stonecrop Gardens, and the Hudson River Museum. That brings us up to a total of 14 museum passes that are available for the community to borrow and enjoy for free. And these passes are very generous. It's not just one pass, one person. It's typically a family, 4 people, 6 people. I know Storm King and the Empire Pass allows you to get in like whoever's in your car. So if you have a Honda Pilot, you can fit 9 people in your car and you all get in for free. Especially with the foliage and the cooler weather, you might want to go hiking. You know, that Empire Pass is a great value to any of the people who love hiking in this weather. We're having our fall community yard sale on September 20th. Not only is it a yard sale, but it's also a fundraiser for the library. Any of the vendors that purchase a table, which is $20 for the first table, $10 for the table after that, that money goes towards something specific. In previous years, it's been able to help us purchase the movie screen that we do for our movies on the lawn. It's purchased children's furniture for us, assistive technology. So it's a really great thing when you apply to be a vendor at our yard sale. There's still time to sign up to become a vendor. You can just stop in and put your deposit down. Otherwise, if you don't want to become a vendor, please come on down and support the local vendors. You really never know what treasures you're going to find. And lastly, we're offering our Small Business Month series in September, which will include free professional edited headshots, workshops on how to use our business databases, and a workshop on using AI to optimize your business. So you can find all of that information and the registration for that as well on our website, monroefreelibrary.org. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you, Amanda.
Thank you, Amanda.
Have a good night.
Yeah, thanks for coming down.
Yeah, no, anytime. Thank you.
Okay, item 3.3 is the Lakeside Fire Garage Sale. It's the annual Lakeside Garage Sale on September 6, 2025, with a rain date of September 7th. That's this Saturday. Vendors arrive at 8 a.m. for setup, and then I believe that everybody is welcome to come from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. It's right here at Town Hall. They'll have hot dogs and burgers for sale, and if you still want to be a part of it, cost is $30 for a table, and the second table is $25. Once again, there'll also be a breast cancer truck here, so any of those items that the vendors do not sell, they can donate to the breast cancer truck. If you have any questions, you can contact Laura Ippolito at 845-325-8238. Next up, Councilwoman Bingham, Lions Club Garage Sale.
Sure, the Monroe Lions Club Community Garage Sale. It's a place where you could show and sell your crafts and treasures. The date is Sunday, September 7th, from 9 to 2 p.m. Vendor setup starts at 7:30. The location is the Harriman Army Navy parking lot. That's 186 Route 17M, Harriman, in, of course, Harriman, New York. The space is worth $35 for an 8x10 table and $50 for a 12x14 space. The deadline for that was August 30th, but I'm not sure all the spaces have sold out. So if you're still interested, you can call 845-325-6834. And you'd have to bring your own table, chairs, and setup. Thank you.
Thank you, Councilwoman Bingham. Okay, next up, 3.5, the Monroe Gives Community Yard Sale.
So it is definitely yard sale season. If you're not around this weekend, don't worry, because there is another yard sale coming up on Saturday, September 13th. This is the Monroe Gives Community Yard Sale, and they are looking for vendors. This yard sale will take place on Saturday, September 13th, between the hours of 9 a.m. and 2 p.m. at St. Anastasia's parking lot on Route 17M in Harriman. You can reserve your space. I don't see a phone number on here for questions, but there is a QR code that you can access when you go onto the website. Yeah, I see the email. So they're looking for, it's $30 for an 18 by 10 foot space. They are looking for advanced payment for this. I would get in touch with them pretty quickly by reaching out to monroegives@gmail.com, and they provide our community with a lot of support. So if you can get down to this yard sale, that would be a great thing.
Item 3.6, Village of Monroe Cheese Festival. It's going to be held Sunday, September 14th from 10 a.m. to 7 p.m., and that's right in the center of the village from the both sides of the centers of Lake Street on the Mill Pond all the way down Lake Street. So hopefully you could get out there. Another great event. Council, you want to go?
Yep. This has been an absolutely wonderful addition to Orange County, the mobile DMV. Thanks to Kelly Eskew, the county clerk, she has gotten this mobile DMV to travel across the county, and it will be visiting the town of Monroe again on Monday, September 15th. You can see them right here in the parking lot. They will be available for anything that you need to do related to the DMV between the hours of 10 and 12, and then again between the hours of 1 and 3:30. They are closed between 12 and 1 for lunch. The only thing you can't do is take a test. That's about it. So bring whatever you've been putting off, just bring it down to Town Hall on September 15th.
Item 3.8 is our Community Concerns Hotline. That number is 845-783-1004. That's for all non-emergency concerns that you may have, quality of life issues, garbage issues, anything else that you may have. Since we instituted this, we've handled 9 calls. Every one of them has been addressed, and it's worked out great. In answer to your question from last meeting, Councilwoman Bingham, we are well below Dave Nestor's line item in the budget. And he even said to me, he goes, this is taking me a half an hour a week at most. So, okay. Councilwoman Houle, you want to discuss that Orange County household hazardous waste?
Yes, so Orange County will again be collecting household hazardous waste. So if there's anything that you need to get rid of, anything that you need to throw away, that you normally can't put in your trash, you can get rid of it on Saturday, September 27th, from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. at the Orange County Maintenance Garage at 21 Training Center Lane, which is the fire training center in New Hampton, New York. It's right across from the Mid-Hudson Psychiatric Center. This is open rain or shine, so there is no rain date. You can now bring wet latex, acrylic, and water-based paints. So you can bring oil-based paint, latex, wet latex paint, stains, varnishes, paint thinners, fluorescent bulbs, airplane glue, pharmaceutical drugs, rechargeable batteries. What you cannot bring any electronics. We will have a separate recycling day for that. You can't bring any tires, any appliances, no propane tanks. You cannot bring dried latex paint, so don't try. You can't bring smoke detectors or medical sharps or anything else that would be considered a controlled substance. Okay? If you have any questions, you can go onto the county's website, which is orangecountygov.com/EF as in Frank, S as in Sam. You can also email Ermin Silkovich at esilkovich@orangecountygov.org. I'm going to spell his last name for you. It's SILJKOVIC. esilkovich@orangecountygov.com.
By a vowel.
Yeah.
Okay. Legislator Tui, you want to come up? I just have 2 announcements as you're walking up. The first one is tonight our counsel is Matt Toll from the firm of Ferrick, Nugent and McCartney. Brian is at another meeting this evening. This is not our regularly scheduled night. It's normally Mondays. And our Channel 22 is now on Channel 1313. So if you want to watch the meetings or...
Don't touch it.
Don't touch it.
Who's that, George?
Yeah.
That is George.
Yeah.
touched it.
He's on you. He's on you. So, so Channel 22 is on 1313. Don't touch that, Pete.
Not to-
If I can just make an announcement for the public, when you do come up to speak, if you should you sign up for public comment, we just ask that you please do not touch the mic. Just make sure that you do speak into the mic.
Okay. You're up.
All right. Hello, board members. Thank you for having me down again. With regards to the airplane park, the issues going on down there, I just want to give you a weekly update that the mayors and the supervisors get for the communities around the area. And last week's report showed that, the Orange County Sewer District number 1 workers go down to the sites now at the Village of South Blooming Grove pumping station, to make sure that they have checking on inventory of the chemicals that they use. They went down on Monday, August 18th, Wednesday, August 20th, and Friday, August 22nd. And on the 22nd, they noticed that they were running low on chemicals, and they were told that the delivery was coming in on Monday. So they went back Monday, and the delivery was made. Included in last week's report were low levels of the ambient air sampling in and around Airplane Park. The two showed HS2 levels. Now, this is going to be a little tricky, but it's 0.000307. And then another test right there, too. It was 0.0003. It's well below the New York State DEC's air quality number of 0.01. So with all those zeros in there, you can tell that it's pretty well down there, although we still getting the odors. The county has procured a more sensitive portable ambient air monitoring device so that the ambient air can be taken to ensure that the DEC's ambient air quality standards continue to not be a problem as far as the readings go. Again, we all get it. It comes and goes. So that's a given. We're still working on it. So next step is to, because they capped a vent down there maybe a month ago or so. And then now they're thinking that it would be wise to go over to North Main Street and check the commercial buildings over there, because they all have vents also. So what the smoke test does, they put smoke into the system, and then if the smoke is leaking out, there could be a problem. So if there is any businesses, commercial buildings on North Main Street, and they are tested, and the county will then go to the owners, and they have to go to get the permission to do the smoke test anyway, but they'll give a recommendation that they get a new vent cap, and then they'll test it again and make sure that everything is working. The vent caps to prevent any further releases of gas. But that's what I have for tonight. This was last week's report, and our report for this week normally comes out on Tuesday, but I didn't get it today, but I just figured because of the holiday. So, next time I can give another update on it, and again, that goes out to the supervisors and mayors, so.
Thank you very much.
Sure. The only thing, though, is that the mix-up in the days, because of the holiday, I actually have another meeting that started at 7, so I'm going to have to
Sure.
run over to that,
Totally understand.
okay?
All right.
But thanks
Thank
for the
you.
time, everybody.
Love the good work.
Thank you
Thanks,
very
Pete.
much.
Okay. Good night, all.
Okay, next item up is a motion to open the public hearing regarding Water District Number 1 increase and improvements.
I'll make that motion.
I'll second.
Call the question.
Bingham, aye.
Cancarello, aye.
Cardone, aye.
Pool, aye.
Richardson, aye.
Okay, so moved. Anybody sign up?
Paul Phelan. Just a reminder, you'll have 5 minutes to speak. Just speak into the mic clearly. Thank you.
Good evening.
And don't
Hi.
touch the mic.
I won't touch it. Paul Phelan, 51 High Ridge Road. I have a couple questions with regards to the increase. The proposed repair total now is 3.2 million. It went from what was initially 1.1 million. So I was wondering if there was a breakdown somewhere of those costs, and can we see that? Okay. The other thing, when our increase, we had an increase in taxes due to the first initial engineering report for the 1.1 million. Does that increase now come off our taxes once we've paid for the report?
No, that one.
What-
But how about
well,
we do this? How about you go through your questions, and when you're done, we'll answer them, which is the
Yeah, that's fine.
procedure.
That's fine. But basically, those are the two that I have for now. All right.
So So what'll happen is you're not going to get a refund on that because it's part of the study and creating the plans for the project. There'll be a reduction, like you're not going to be charged next year for that. It might be a different number, it might be less, it probably will be less.
Well, there was a second, I'm sorry to interrupt.
No, but what you have to understand is, and Councilwoman Bingham will chime in here too, I'm sure, a lot of the cost increase is due to a filtration system for making sure the water is, clean.
But the first report never indicated the need of a filtration system, is my understanding.
Not, but the
did.
reason for that is state guidelines.
And the water
Another unfunded mandate.
But the water is treated when it comes, we're the first stop when the water comes from the village. It comes from Mobetia Park, and it comes to us, and we're the first stop, and it's treated up till there. I don't know of what the need for the filtration system, Mary.
You are the first stop, so the products that are used to disinfect the water are at their highest levels.
Right.
As those products sit in your water mains, especially during the summer, this is where you have most of the problem, they decompose into other disinfection byproducts. And some of them, the state and the EPA have said are not good for human consumption. So we do flush your hydrants. We are also going to install in the future more hydrants to do more flushing. But because those levels were above what the Board of Health considers acceptable, they are making us put a disinfection system in to control those disinfection byproducts.
The
And
DPBs, as they're
Yeah.
known.
Right.
DBPs, sorry.
My understanding with that, though, was that with the flushing of the hydrants, that decreased the ability,
Right,
those
but they do-
byproducts, it got rid of those.
Right, but it didn't get rid of them completely, and that's the problem. The Board of Health still says there are some disinfection byproducts, DPPs, in your drinking water, and they want them down below that threshold level. I don't even remember what the number is, but it's like parts per million. You're still above it.
Right, but when we've gotten those letters, and it's THER, and we've had this
Yes,
discussion.
right.
THER is the
One of them.
byproduct.
Right.
Was the one that the letter seems to say that our water district has to worry about. And my understanding was that the flushing of the hydrants, if we did that, and I know we did it just,
We do it in the spring.
okay.
Right.
We did do it, my
Right, but
understanding.
you remember too, I mentioned you buy your water from the village. So
Yeah.
every time we're flushing, we're sending your money down the drain, so to speak, because those 1,000 gallons, they're charging for. So also, it's not something you can do in the winter months because you'll have ice all over your roads. That's why it's usually done in the spring and possibly at the end of the summer if the weather still holds. But if those disinfection byproducts occur all year round, you need a system, and that is the air stripper system, which is what the engineer is suggesting we use, to control those disinfection byproducts.
This is coming from the engineers or the health department?
It's a combination of both. The health department says you have this problem, and the engineer said the air stripper type of technology would be the best to use to address that problem.
Okay. We've also had the discussion where if we have one air stripper, the health department is saying we need two,
Yes,
and because of that, we need a bigger building.
yes.
Okay. And there's the health department who we're dealing with, there's somebody, there's some person we can check that they know what their
Oh, they know what
coming
they're
from?
doing.
Okay, what they're talking
Yes.
I don't mean to be rude, but we've been going back and forth, which is violating the rules of the meeting conduct, and I just don't know that we are going to do this for any other resident.
Continue,
I'm
Paul.
sorry,
You're fine.
what is it?
You're fine. I'll run the meeting, Councilwoman.
It's actually against the rules to change the rules, and I was guilty of an ethics violation for...
You are fine. Go ahead.
Yeah.
But that was pretty much, you've answered the
Okay.
questions that I had. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Anyone else?
That's all for public comment that's signed up. However, I did have 2 residents just come up to ask if they could speak. I don't know
Sure.
if it's regarding the public hearing or general public comment.
Is it regarding Water District 1? Okay, come on up.
Please state your name.
Maria Valeno. Okay. So, what I gather, so this town expects the residents on High Ridge Road and 3 or 4 houses on Rye Hill to pay over $3 million? And over the course of how long are we?
It'll be 25 to 30 years.
25 to 30 years. Oh, exactly. Okay. Okay. And I've been here for 28 years. I never really had problems with the water. I know the water pressure isn't great, but it's fine for me. So I don't know why all of a sudden we're having all these issues, all this nonsense with the water problems. Because I think one of the reasons is because of all the building that's going on that you people approve. Like, I mean, Rye Hill Road was bought and then the town sold it to people and now you just bought it back, all this nonsense. Well, I hear when I come out of my development, High Ridge Road, that soon will be buildings once we get this new pump house to manage all the new building, which I think is a bunch of nonsense, because I know I'm not going for it. Also, once all the residents that have been here for many, many years move out of Monroe, who is supporting Monroe? Because the people that are moving in, a lot of their homes are tax exempt because they have daycares, churches, schools, this, that, and the other thing. I'm a Catholic. Can I put saints in my house and say I have a church and get tax exempt?
And
Does that help?
we're here to speak about Water District
That's what I'm
number
talking
1.
about, water district. Yes, I'm here because I live on High Ridge Road. And all the building that's going on and all these tax exempt homes are affecting my taxes. My taxes go up when we have more tax exempt, right? Who's paying those taxes for all those tax exempt homes? I see homes now with dirty cars outside on Friday night. Dirty cars because there's a synagogue or whatever they call it in that house. There's another house that has a daycare center. I see all this nonsense going on that wasn't here. I moved here 28 years ago. We used to have trees. Now I go down by the middle school and high school. There's no more trees. They left. And there's all those buildings. They moved in there without water and electricity. But a normal American can't do that. How come? How come we are all being sold out? That's what I want to know. How this all happens, because your paychecks get bigger. Guess what? Mine don't get bigger. My paycheck stays the same. You expect us to pay $3 million for a water system? When I moved here, I didn't have to pay for it. Now, all of a sudden, we're having all these issues. Yeah, if you stop approving all the building and all the religious places and exempt and this and that, maybe we can live here. But so far, I know a lot of us are getting the hell out. And then you see who the hell's going to pay your fucking salary. Excuse me, I shouldn't have said that. I shouldn't have said that, but let's see who's going to pay your salary once we all move out. What check are you getting? And your car service. Yeah, I'm done. I want to see it.
Ma'am, if I could just get you to sign your name up on the sheet, please, for me?
Sure. What sheet?
Right here.
I just wanted to address one of her comments. She said years ago she didn't have problems with her water.
I did not ever have a problem with that.
Okay, ever. In the meantime, though, the EPA and the State Department of Health and our County Board of Health have issued new regulations. I'm sure years ago everybody remembers the PFAS That was a big issue with Stewart Airport and Newburgh. As testing becomes more prevalent, there are certain chemicals that years ago we didn't test for, and now we do. We do want to ensure the residents' health. So it's not that we're changing the rules. These rules are coming from the federal government and the state government, and we have to abide by them. And that's kind of why you need some of the new systems to be put in.
Thank you, Mary.
Thanks, Mary.
Okay.
So there was one.
One more person.
No, it was a gentleman for another item, but he's good.
Okay, so we can respond generally now?
Go ahead.
Well, I assume other people have responses.
Go ahead.
I just wanted to confirm, Mary, before my response. I got a question about PFAS. I know we were pursuing a class action suit for a specific district. Did we also test in this district? Is that what specifically the issue is, or you're just using that as an
All the
example?
districts were tested for PFAS. Not every district has it, but some of the districts do, and I don't believe one has it.
Okay, so
Yeah.
I can get a list from you later and answer that constituent. Thank you for that, just clarification. I definitely sympathize with, obviously, the concerns that overdevelopment and the perception that unfair treatment and disparate charges. I want to say that, water use, I don't even believe is affected by tax exempt. Is it that you would still have to pay your water bill, you still have to pay into the system? So I do want to reassure that that's a misunderstanding. And I would just ask that any residents, I understand you are concerned about your quality of life, your cost of living, as we are all concerned. The board members don't do this as a full-time job, so we make very little to do what we do, and we are subject to a lot, and we do try our best, even, with what's going on in the community. And we all have different perspectives on how to approach overdevelopment and what's going on, but we do have to be inclusive as a community and not spread, I think, bias. So while, I sympathize with the concerns, I just wanted to say that, yes, if you are in Water District 1, equipment might have been purchased by prior homeowners and paid for by those homeowners when you moved in. The equipment might have been newer. Standards were lower. We weren't testing for PFAS and other contaminants, unfortunately. And as Mary said, these things have become more stringent. We need to, we're doing this for quality of life, so that residents are not going to get sick, so that you will have clean water, so that we can comply with county regulations. We don't really have a choice in the matter, and also an investment now is likely a wiser thing to do than kicking the can down the road. Because if we delay on these costs any further, I believe they will get higher and higher, as we've actually discussed at prior board meetings. So clean water is extremely important, and this is what, unfortunately, the cost is, and we are pursuing grants. Did we get an update on those applications?
September 12th is the deadline, so we will have all this, after tonight's meeting and we pass all the resolutions, we will have all our paperwork ready to go.
And just the last thing, that I was a constituent sitting there protesting what I saw going on with Rye Hill and overdevelopment and wanting this and wanting that, and everyone wanted something different. The town purchased it. It was not resold, and it is still within town ownership. So it is actually, the down payment was taken from our parkland fees, which is an implied designation of parkland. So if it is ever sold, there should be a public hearing announcing that to every constituent town-wide, because it is subject to certain referendum and the alienation of parkland. So, thank you.
So I think we have to be really careful about where we're getting our information from. There's a lot of people like to postulate and they like to suggest things that are happening, and a lot of it is not true. I know, please
All
don't
right,
speak
please
don't
cease.
speak from the seats.
We let you speak, let
So-
Councilwoman Hool speak.
So Rye Hill Road was purchased to avoid development. I can promise you that. It was purchased to avoid development. We do not want to see that developed. The first time that the town of Monroe purchased it was a little over a year ago, was the first time. We never owned it before that.
Almost 2 years.
Almost 2 years ago. We saved it from being developed. We saved it. There is no one on this board currently who is interested in reversing that. Not a single person on this board is interested in reversing that. There have been, the building that you're seeing now is a result of approvals that were made decades ago. Decades ago. Not by anyone on this board and not by anyone on our planning board. These were approvals that were given sometimes 20 years ago. So we are more than happy to answer any questions that you have. We do not want this misinformation to be continued to be spread, because that's when people get very angry, and we don't want to see that. So your questions are always welcome, and we will always tell you the truth.
We also don't control building outside our municipality, so unfortunately, it's a locality issue, and our boundaries of Monroe are what we control, so.
The main thing is we have to abide by state and federal rules, and we want to have the best drinking water available for our residents. And pressure, I understand, was another issue you mentioned that should also be corrected when the new pump house is instituted. Thank you.
To dovetail off what Councilwoman Hool said. So the development you're seeing going on, one of the developments was from a stipulation from the 2010 board. So we have no control of that. We have to abide by that stipulation. This board does not approve development. That's our planning board. And there's a rigorous process that these developers have to go through. We don't approve anything. In fact, this board is the one who were not in favor of the proposed development of Rye Hill when the developer came in here. You'll hear other stories regarding that. We were not in favor of it. It was a monstrosity that was disgusting, and we were completely against that. Paul, as far as your talk of 1.1 million to 3.2 million, if you go back, Councilwoman Bingham and I were looking to move the project along at that time. And if you remember, residents from Water District Number 1 came down and asked us to apply for a grant. And we were steadfast in saying, well, if that's what you want, the costs are going to go up. And not only did the costs go up, but sadly, we have to deal with new regulations that are unfunded mandates coming down from the state. So that's why you're dealing with this now. The reason we're here for public hearing tonight is because this board sped up the process. We had 2 other meetings in August that weren't on our schedule so that we can apply for a grant for Water District Number 1. So we have to close this public hearing tonight so that we can get the application in by the 12th of September. And we've been working with our engineers on this consistently for the last month and a half. So, go ahead. What were you going to say, Mary?
Yeah, I was going to say the engineer has been very diligent trying to make the best use out of taxpayer dollars. They don't want to overbuild something. They want to build something that will meet what the state requirements are, the County Board of Health requirements are. We're not building to make it larger for other developments. Okay.
Anyone else? Okay, so moved. So I'm going to make a motion to close the public hearing regarding the increase and improvements of Water District Number 1.
Bingham will second.
Call the question.
Bingham, aye.
Grillo, aye.
Cardone, aye.
Poole, aye.
Richardson, aye.
Okay. First item up.
Hold on.
Yeah, we're going to do the adoption of the order after the public hearing.
Yep.
Did you want to read that? Yeah. You're telling me to hold up, so.
I was looking for my motion. There's so many pages in this agenda.
Yeah, it's page 25
Aye, aye, aye.
of 302.
Is that really how many pages are there?
Yeah.
It almost is.
Hey,
Don't
you-
fall
Want me to
asleep,
read
George.
Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to read it. This is a resolution authorizing the town of Monroe to apply for the Water Infrastructure Improvement Act, a WIA grant program for Water District Number 1 improvements. Whereas the Environmental Facilities Corporation is soliciting applications through the Water Infrastructure Improvement Act for clean and drinking water improvement projects, and whereas the town of Monroe has an identifiable need to conduct infrastructure improvements to Water District Number 1, and now therefore be it resolved that the town board hereby authorizes the town supervisor or his designee to submit an application to the Environmental Facilities Corporation Water Infrastructure Improvement Act grant program for the infrastructure improvements at Water District Number 1. Be it further resolved that the town supervisor and any other officer or employee, as directed by the town supervisor, is hereby authorized to take any and all necessary actions to carry out the provisions of this resolution. Hopefully, after we vote on it, adopt it on the second day of September 2025. I will make that motion.
I will make that motion. You have to
All
sign
right,
it.
I gotta sign it.
So I will make that motion.
Councilman Scangarello seconded. Call the question.
Bingham, aye.
Scangarello, aye.
Cardone, aye.
Poole, aye.
Richardson, aye.
Okay.
Supervisor, I just want to clarify, that was the adoption of the order after the public hearing that you just read, correct?
Correct.
Okay.
Okay.
Attached.
72,
That?
page 72.
Gotcha. Yeah, that is for the actual bonding. Yeah. So we still had to do that. So,
But we have to go
Yeah,
back
we-
and
we-
do the order after the public hearing.
so that, yeah, so just make a correction that that was for the bonding. And then now we're going to do the adoption of order after the public hearing.
This one says whereas map plan.
Yep. Do we have to read all of the whereas clauses? Or can we just start with the, now therefore it is determined?
We have the whereases, so you don't need to read it. That's what Brian always says.
I'll run the meeting, Councilwoman Richardson. Go ahead.
Now therefore, it is hereby determined that it is in the public interest to increase and improve the facilities of the district as herein above described at the estimated maximum cost of $3,227,000, and it is hereby ordered that the facilities of the district shall be so increased and improved, and that Magui Hautzer Etzel, Consulting Engineers DPC, engineers duly licensed by the state of New York, the engineer, shall prepare plans and specifications and make a careful estimate of the expense for said increase and improvement of such facilities, and, with the assistance of the town attorney, shall prepare a proposed contract for such increase and improvement of the facilities of the district, which plans and specifications, estimate, and proposed contract shall be presented to the town board as soon as possible, and it is hereby further ordered that the expense of said increase and improvement of facilities shall be financed by the issuance of not to exceed $3,277,000 bonds of the town, and the costs of said increase and improvement of facilities, including payment of principal of and interest on said bonds, shall be paid from charges collected through water metering and/or by the assessment levy and collection of assessments upon the several lots and parcels of land within the district which the town board shall deem especially benefited by said improvements. So much upon and from each as shall be in just proportion to the amount of benefit which the improvement shall confer upon the same, and it is hereby further ordered that the town clerk record or cause to be recorded a copy of this resolution and order after public hearing in the office of the clerk of Orange County within 10 days after adoption thereof. I put that in the form of a motion.
Second it.
Call a question.
Bingham, aye.
Scangarello, aye.
Cardone, aye.
Poole, aye.
Richardson, aye.
Okay, so moved. Okay, next item is to set the public hearing date authorizing a property tax levy in excess of the limit established by General Municipal Law 3C. I will make that motion.
Second.
Call the question.
We're
Bingham, aye.
scheduling it for
I'm
September 15th.
sorry, September 15th at 7 PM or immediately thereafter.
Bingham, aye.
Scangarello, aye.
Cardone, aye.
Poole, aye.
Aye.
Just for clarification, we do this every year, whether we go over the tax cap or we don't. It has to be put in place, because if you don't do this, you're subject to having to deal with the original budget that is created when it is turned into the clerk. Correct, Matt? Okay. All right. Okay, so moved. All right. Item 5.1 is the acceptance of the August 4th, 2025 minutes.
I'll make that motion.
I'll second.
Call the question.
Bingham, aye.
Scangarello, aye.
Cardone, aye.
Poole, aye.
Richardson, aye.
So moved. Okay. Item 5.2 is the acceptance of the August 7th minutes.
I'll make that motion.
Bingham to second.
Call the question.
Bingham, aye.
Scangarello, aye.
Cardone, aye.
Poole, aye.
Okay. And item 5.3 is the acceptance of the August 18th, 2025 90-second meeting. I'll make that motion.
Poole, second.
Call the question.
Bingham, aye.
Scangarello, aye.
Cardone, aye.
Poole, aye.
Richardson, aye.
Okay. Next up is item 6.1 is the general fund abstract. I'll make a motion, be it resolved that the town board of the town of Monroe approve abstract 25-15, general fund containing checks 37164 through 37234, totaling $571,103.89.
I'll second.
Call the question.
Bingham, aye.
Scangarello, aye.
Cardone, aye.
Poole, aye.
Richardson, aye.
So moved. Item 6.2 is an escrow fund abstract. I'll make a motion, be it resolved that the town board of the town of Monroe requests approval for abstract 25-11, escrow fund containing checks 2237 through 2236 through 2237, totaling $7,395.93.
Second.
Call the question.
Aye.
Scangarello, aye.
Cardone, aye.
Poole, aye.
Richardson, aye.
Okay. Item 7.1 is a budget transfer abstract. Be it resolved that the town board of the town of Monroe, I'm putting this in the form of a motion, request approval of budget transfer abstract 25-07, 2025 expenditure adjustments totaling $13,050.96.
Poole, second.
Call the question.
Bingham, aye.
Scangarello, aye.
Cardone, aye.
Poole, aye.
Up is a cash transfer abstract. I'll make a motion, be it resolved that the town board of town of Monroe makes a motion to approve abstract 2025-06 in the amount of $1,140,000 for cash transfers to and from our investment funds.
Second.
Call the question.
Hingham, aye.
Stankarello, aye.
Cardone, aye.
Full aye.
Okay. Next up is a discussion on Water District 14. So, Water District 14 has sadly had its share of leaks over the last 5 months. This is a district that we had to take over in 2015. The Public Service Commission required us to take it over. From that point on, it was kind of like nothing was done in the district until 2018, when we had to purchase the land and the pump house that currently exists there. We had to do that through the County of Orange because it went into foreclosure. We paid somewhere, I think, around $34,000 or $35,000 for it, and we were able to obtain the district to formalize it. In 2019, our attorney, Brian Nugent, submitted paperwork to the state of New York to formalize that district. It sat there for, I think it was probably 8 or 9 months. COVID hit, and nothing was done till 23, when we tried to bond and apply for grants there, and we were denied because the district was not formalized. So within the last 6 months, our bonding attorney, William Jackson, actually more than 6 months, this goes back 11 months, we contacted Assemblyman Brabenec. We got on the docket up there. He created a bill along with Senator Skoufis to move the formality of Water District 14 to finalization. It did not get approved. The bills did not get approved to June of 2025. Right now, although they're approved, the district is technically not formalized. It's waiting for the governor's signature. We have had, I think, 7 leaks in the last month to 6 weeks up there. And some of what's happened up there is because obviously the pipes are really old. There was corrosion inside some of the pipes. There was corrosion outside some of the pipes. The pipes are galvanized, and it's just something that needs emergency repair. I had a discussion over the phone with Assemblyman Brabenec last week. I met with Senator Skoufis' office last week, and we're in the process of setting up an appointment with Congressman Ryan's office to try to get some emergency funding for this, because this is something that's going to be upwards of $3.9 million, which includes some of the debt that currently exists in Water District 14, and that debt is from the borrowing of money from the town and the repair of what has been going on. So I have asked, and they conferred, that Senator Skoufis' office is going to get the legislature to try to push these bills onto the desk of Governor Hochul so that they can be signed and we can formalize it finally and move things along. We want to get grant money. We will do our best with respect to this. And if everybody got the report that I submitted to you, but the photos and everything. Let me give you an example. So since the water main breaks, we had one on February 7th, one on May 21st, one on July 12th, one on August 7th, one on August 11th, and I think there were 3 or 4 since August 11th. I know there was a period of time where the people had water interruptions for 7 days in a row. And it's something we have to deal with, unfortunately. This was a district that was turned over to us in disrepair. And the Public Service Commission mandated us to take it over. And then for the last, I want to say 2 years, we've been on multiple joint calls with the majority and minorities of both the Assembly and the Senate in order to push this bill through. And the redundancy was, it was a little bit comical because they kept coming back and asking us the same questions or tweaking the question and asking for something in a different way, but it was the same thing. So I just wanted to put all that out there. We're working on it. I've spoken to a couple of residents up there. You know, I wish there was more we can do, but until this district is formalized with that signature, in some respects, our hands are tied. We will pass a resolution tonight for, make sure. What's that? Yeah. This. Read it, Mary?
Yeah, sure, I'll read the whole thing.
Thank you, guys.
Resolution authorizing the town of Monroe to apply for the Water Infrastructure Improvement Act WIA grant program for Water District Number 14 improvements, whereas the Environmental Facilities Corporation is soliciting applications through the Water Infrastructure Improvement Act for clean and drinking water improvement projects, and whereas the town of Monroe has an identifiable need to conduct infrastructure improvements in Water District Number 14, and now therefore be it resolved that the town board hereby authorizes the town supervisor or his designee to submit an application to the Environmental Facilities Corporation Water Infrastructure Improvement Act grant program for the infrastructure improvements at Water District Number 14. Be it further resolved that the town supervisor and any other officer or employee as directed by the town supervisor is hereby authorized to take any and all necessary actions to carry out the provisions of this resolution adopted on the second day of September 2025.
Second for discussion. Just because we had discussion, but then this was being read. I don't see if it's this urgent how any grant application is going to come in and save us, even if it's expedited. I mean, I actually was working with someone from the governor's office, like Colleen Deacon is supposed to oversee our district. Up to her, but how even getting tomorrow would expedite any grant applications to deliver us funding. And in our explorations of Water District 1, when we were discussing this with our state and federal partners, I was advised that basically you have to be careful for expending any out-of-pocket funds if you're trying to seek grants, because once you expense funds, it eliminates certain possibilities. So,
Well, these were leaks and we had to expend funds. It's not like we're building a
no,
pump
yeah, that
house.
obviously had to be stopped.
Right.
I'm saying what precisely, because if he's saying there's emergency repairs. So which portion is saying that we had to expend funds to repair emergency leaks, or you're saying we have to now, there's a portion, replace everything, there's a designated portion of money that we have to expense
We were
further
supposed
repairing?
to replace the water mains throughout the entire district. There were so many leaks that we were using 50,000 gallons a day, and that's why the highway and the water administrator decided to fix these leaks now. So the portion,
Go ahead, I'm sorry.
the portion for these emergency repairs, that kind of overlaps with the water main replacement, but these are emergencies. We can't let this go
No,
on.
yeah.
So it shouldn't interfere with us applying for a grant.
And the other part of that, if you remember in our water meeting, if we did not fix these leaks, then we would have been required to drill a new well based on the amount of usage in the
Right,
district.
because it was-
So right now, I think it's down below like 20,000 gallons.
Yeah, between 14 and 17,000 gallons versus 50,000 gallons.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's just supposed to be, we already took care of, just the timeline wasn't clear in the explanation. We already took care of the emergency costs. It's just that those will not really hold, and it's indicative of the repairs that are
That
needed.
need to be done, yes.
Okay, because I don't,
Whole district is an
Yeah.
emergency.
yeah,
Yeah.
I'm just saying, how does that expedite the grant process in any way? Or it's just saying that we would have missed this grant cycle if we don't get her
If the governor
signature?
doesn't sign and officially make this a water district, even though all the paperwork is up there,
Right.
we're going to be denied again because they're going to say you're not an official water district, as
Okay,
has
so it's
happened to
basically
us.
just the timing of this legislative cycle. It officially established that we had we had the home rule authority last legislative cycle. This legislative cycle, we're all ready to go, but we're waiting on the governor's signature, and we would miss the actual deadlines for the WIA grants without it. Okay, thank you. I'm confused if we were going to have to expend more out-of-pocket funds on further repairs while we waited for this, but I understand.
Call the question?
Okay, Bingham, aye?
Stancarello, aye.
Cardone, aye?
Poole, aye.
Richardson, aye.
Okay, so moved. Okay, resolution approving Monroe Shredding Electronics Textile and Tire Recycle Day. Madam Clerk?
So I'm just looking for approval for shredding November 1st at the Town of Monroe Highway Garage located at 87 Mine Road for 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. This will be shredding electronics. Angelina was looking into textile, again, like we had last year, and tire recycling.
Okay, and the costs are $750 for electronics and $1,200 for shredding.
Correct.
Okay, I'll make that motion.
I'll second.
Call the question.
Bingham, aye?
Stancarello, aye.
Cardone, aye.
Poole, aye.
Richardson, aye.
Okay, so moved. Item 9.3 is a resignation from the Conservation Commission of Sam Ventola. Be it resolved, Town Board of Town of Monroe makes a motion to accept the resignation of Sam Ventola from the Conservation Commission effective August 24th, 2025. Sam submitted a letter, and he's got increasing demands on his work schedule and his home. His wife just had a new baby, so sadly, good guy, great guy, and he said when things slow down, I would be happy to come back on. I'll make that motion. Good night. Yvette,
Poole will second.
call the question.
Bingham, aye?
Stancarello, aye.
Cardone, aye.
Poole, aye.
Richardson, aye.
Okay. 9.4, Councilwoman Hool.
Yes, so we have before us the Monroe Volunteer Ambulance Corps Agreement. I will read the now therefore. It is in consideration of the mutual promises hereinafter set forth pursuant to the applicable provisions of law. The parties agree as follow. The Corps agrees to transport sick or injured persons from within the town boundaries to go to a place of treatment and to provide pre-hospital basic life support services to injured persons within the boundaries of the town. In consideration for these services, the town agrees to pay the Corps the sum of $27,000 and to assist in defraying the operating costs of the Corps. Such sum shall be paid by the town to the Corps upon receipt of an invoice from the Corps after the effective date of the agreement. The Corps agrees that the pre-hospital emergency treatment that it provides shall be provided by certified emergency medical technicians. In addition, the Corps further agrees.
After you get through 2, you can read that.
Okay. The Corps further agrees. The Corps further agrees it will ensure that additional certified emergency medical technicians are on duty to provide coverage during daytime hours, 6 a.m. to 6 p.m., Monday through Friday. In consideration of this additional coverage, the town agrees to pay the Corps $209,955 to assist in defraying the cost of the additional personnel. The Corps shall submit monthly vouchers to the town for the above coverage, and such vouchers shall be paid by the town within 30 days of receipt of each voucher, not to exceed $209,955 by December 31st, 2025. The Corps agrees. I don't have to read the rest of them. Okay. So this agreement effective on the first day of September 2025, is that when it's effective?
No, it's actually retroactive to January.
Okay, so the first day of January 2025, between the town of Monroe, a corporation having its principal place of business at 1465 Orange Turnpike, Monroe, New York, 10950, hereinafter referred to as the town, and the Monroe Volunteer Ambulance Corps Incorporated, a not-for-profit corporation having its principal offices at 100 Ramapo Street, P.O. Box 841, Monroe, New York, 10950, hereinafter referred to as the Corps. Whereas the Corps maintains and operates an ambulance service as defined in Section 3001 of the New York Public Health Law, PHL, pursuant to a valid operating certificate issued by the New York State Department of Health, Bureau of Emergency Medical Services, pursuant to PHL Section 3005, that permits it to operate its ambulance service in the town, and whereas the town and the Corps are desirous of entering into an agreement to secure the provision of ambulance services within the town, and whereas it is the town's position that this agreement is entered into pursuant to Section 122-B of the General Municipal Law, and whereas the Corps does not agree with the applicability of General Municipal Law 122-B to this agreement, and whereas the town determines that the Corps is a qualified operation having sufficient trained and experienced personnel to provide such ambulance services as required by law, and whereas the town board has made the necessary budgetary appropriation for the fiscal year 2025 to make the payments required under this agreement. Now, therefore, in consideration of the mutual promises hereinafter set forth.
Okay, you made a motion. Do I have a second?
did.
I'll second.
Call the question.
Bingham, aye.
Scangarello, aye.
Cardone, aye.
Whole aye.
Richardson, aye.
Okay. Item 9.5 is the Newcastle Communications Service Contract. So,
So we have the Newcastle Communications Annual Service Contract renewal. And this, there is no motion here. Well, okay, I'll build it out of here. So I'd like to make a motion that we authorize the supervisor to sign the renewal of the contract, SV 9100, with Newcastle Communications in the amount of $4,595 for the time period of December 14th, 2025 through December 13th, 2026. Call the question.
Bingham, aye.
Scangarello, aye.
Cardone, aye.
Whole aye.
Richardson, aye.
Okay, so moved. Next up, 9.7, agreement for ATM services at the Food Truck Festival.
Let me do 9.6 first, and then I'll do 9.7.
9.6, sorry, yeah.
All right, so I'm just going to make a motion to approve the Town of Monroe Food Truck Festival taking place on Saturday, October 18th from, it's 12 to 6 p.m. at the town-owned O&R Park located at 61 O&R Road. The beneficiary will be the American Legion Post 488.
That's 12 to 6, not 1 to 8?
12 to 6.
Okay.
Bingham will second.
Question?
Aye.
Scangarello, aye.
Cardone, aye.
Whole aye.
I'm sorry, who seconded that, Mary?
Mayor.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. Item 9.7,
9.7 is I'd like to make a motion to authorize the supervisor to sign the general agreement pertaining to the ATM and merchant services for the Town of Monroe Food Truck Festival on October 18th of 2025.
Who will second?
just so everyone's aware, there's a $3.25 surcharge for all transactions. The town receives $1, and the company gets $2.25. Question?
Bingham, aye.
Scangarello, aye.
Cardone, aye.
Full aye.
Richardson, aye.
Okay, so moved. Okay, next up is the return of escrow street opening driveway permits from Mountain View Drive. Discussion regarding the Highway Department request to return the escrow amount of $3,000 for driveway permit 2023-02 and $5,000 for street opening permit 2024-04 at 290 Mountain View Drive. I'll put that in a motion. Both the driveway and the road opening at this address have been inspected by our highway deputy superintendent and are found to meet all current town code standards. As such, the highway recommends releasing the bonds. Do I have
Will second.
Call the question.
Hingham, aye.
Scangarello, aye.
Cardone, aye.
Pool eye.
So moved. Okay, item 10.1, short-term rental application of 10 Twin Lakes Road, SBL 19-1-1.3. So, you can come on up. Don't touch the microphone.
Hi.
Hiya. So we have all the paperwork. Everything was submitted to the attorney and back to the building inspector. From the date of mailing, which was August 13th, the residents have 30 days to file any objections. So that would be September 12th, I believe. And what will happen is I would like to set a public hearing tonight for September 15th at 7 p.m. or immediately thereafter in case there are any objections. If there are not any objections, we'll close the public hearing and then make a decision on the approval. As far as, and I know you're checking your calendar, you don't have to be here. If you can, it's great. You don't have to be here. If we don't set the public hearing tonight, what will happen is when we come to the September 15th meeting, if there are objections, I got to push it to October. I don't want to do that to you. You've been here,
I got it. Thank you. I really
multiple
appreciate
times. Yeah, no problem.
that. Okay.
So I'll make a motion to set the public hearing for 10 Twin Lakes Road, SBL 19-1-1.3, for September 15th at 7 p.m. or immediately thereafter.
Second.
Call the question.
Hingham, aye.
Scangarello, aye.
Cardone, aye.
Pool eye.
Richardson, aye.
Okay, thank you. Thank you very much.
Enjoy.
Okay, item 10.2 is 19 Elmwood Drive water bill. So this has been going on since the fourth quarter. Good night now. Since the fourth quarter of last year, there was a spike in their meter reading, which was almost double. It was double at some times from their normal readings. So they used 39,000 gallons versus between 16 and 20,000 gallons. So the water department went out, checked the meter, they changed the meter, and you could see we wanted to wait for two readings just to double check everything because the spike was in September, October, I'm sorry, August, September, October. So Jackie in the water billing said, and Roberta, when you get down to it, we would like to credit them for 22,000 gallons at $13 a gallon, 1,000 gallons for $286 credit. So I'm going to put that in the form of a motion. There are penalties, which I'd like to waive because it wasn't their fault. So I'll put that in a motion for $280. Question?
Hingham, aye.
Scangarello, aye.
Cardone, aye.
Pool eye.
Okay. Okay, so the 10.3 is the bid opening for the improvements to Monbassia Park Little League Field. We received only one bid. It was for $57,485. There'll be no subcontractors working on this project. It's Field Pro Enterprises out of Westwood, New Jersey. Nat Nouveau is the owner. and he is the contractor that did Smith Clove, and he's done multiple high school fields in the area. So I would like to make a motion to approve that so we could get this done hopefully by the end of October.
Second.
Any discussion? Call the question.
Am I?
Stancarello, aye.
Cardone, aye.
Full aye.
Richardson, aye.
Okay, so moved. Public comment?
No public comment.
No public comment. Anything from the board?
Tomorrow is the first day of school.
Wow.
There are going to be some very upset children tomorrow morning, some very tired children tomorrow morning, some very happy parents tomorrow morning. But I just wish each of the kids who are returning to Monroe Woodbury a wonderful 2025-2026 school year.
I will agree with that.
Yeah, me too.
Good luck, everyone.
Summer goes too fast.
And please slow down for our school buses and don't try to pass them because we love our children.
Okay. All right, I'll make a motion to adjourn at 8:16.
I'll second.
Call the question.
Am I?
Stancarello, aye.
Cardone, aye.
Full aye.
Richardson, aye.
So moved. Thank you, everyone.